Hey guys, welcome back. So I asked you all on Instagram which tutorial you guys would like to see next out of all of the new eyeshadow palettes that I have gotten recently, and the majority of you guys wanted me to use the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I think this palette is absolutely stunning. I love the shades in here. I think they are so beautiful. I love how it has a mirror that flips up. It's a nice big mirror, and then it folds completely back, which is nice. Urban Decay did send this to me in PR. They sent me their collection, the Born to Run collection. It came in this really cool box here. It just says, "will work for makeup." I feel like the lipsticks fell out. They totally did. But it came with 3 different lipsticks in this collection, 3 different eyeliners, 24/7 liners, and a mini Urban Decay all-nighter makeup setting spray. So if you guys would like to see how to do this makeup look, just keep on watching and I'm gonna go ahead and get into the tutorial. I'm just priming my eyelids with my Tarte Shape Tape. Then I'm going in with the Urban Decay Born to Run palette, and I love this palette so much. Like I was telling you guys in the intro, we're gonna go in with this shade right here called Still Shot, which is a really pretty peach. And I'm just blending that in the crease with the Morphe M513 brush. Take a little bit of it here underneath the eye. It's not gonna matter too much because we're gonna clean that up before we do the foundation, but I do want there to be a little bit of eyeshadow underneath the eye. Then I'm just going in with this shade here called Hell Ride, which is a really pretty fuchsia, matte fuchsia color. And I'm using my Morphe E18 brush to focus this in the crease. Just slowly start pulling it up a little bit. And then I'm going back with that M513 and just blending around the edges of that. I'm gonna go in with Baja. It's just a matte bright orange. And I'm just putting that on that M513 brush again. And I'm going in between Hell Ride and Still Shot and just blending that out, those two together. Okay, next comes the fun cut crease part. And I practiced this yesterday, so hopefully I can do this today. It is a little tricky at first, but this is one of those things, the more that you do it, the better you're gonna get with, you know, doing a cut crease. So I'm just gonna get my little brush that I'm gonna use, and I'm just gonna use a concealer brush, like just a small, precise concealer brush will be best. Like, see how the end of this is really tapered and like thin? You need something like that. So if you don't have this, you could also use, because this is the Jane Ardell camouflage brush. But if you don't have that, this Wet n Wild small crease brush would be perfect to do this with. I'm just gonna get some of my Tarte Shape Tape on this brush. And you might have to get like more of it as you go, just depending, you know. So I'm gonna start with this at first over here. And you're just going to start to shape out your lid. And depending on your like eyelid shape would depend on how high up you need to go. On me, I have really deep set eyes, so I have to go up higher than I would normally think that my crease would end. So, you know, if you're hooded, you're probably gonna have to kind of do the same thing. you're gonna have to go up higher than your actual crease. I find that on my eye shape, at least right now, because I haven't gotten super like talented with doing a cut crease, it's much easier to do a half cut crease at first, because the end of the eye is tricky to do the cut crease with, especially depending on your eye shape. And then over here, you don't really have to worry about blending this concealer out real good. You don't really want it to be super like defined over there. Okay, so as you can see, like that is actually up higher than like my normal crease. Like, do you see when I raise my eyebrows up? And I have to do that because, as you can tell when I look down, it looks like my crease ends like higher up when I'm looking down. So my trick to figure out how high up to do the cut crease, I take a picture with my phone. I'm looking down. So I'll just turn, you know, my phone to the selfie side, and then I'll just look down and take a photo real quick. And then I'll look at that photo, and as I can see, like with the photo, and I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see this. Let me zoom in. Like, it looks like the cut crease, like it needs to come like more rounded at the top. But when I'm looking at it in the mirror, it looks fine. So that is my trick to figure out how to do the cut crease the way it's supposed to be shaped, is to take a picture, like look down and take a selfie picture. Because looking like this, it can look right, but then when you look down, maybe you're not making the cut crease high enough. Maybe it's looking a little flat in an area. So that is my trick that I found helped me yesterday. All right, let me take another picture and we'll see if that's any better. And it might not be perfect, and that's okay. Okay, it's a little better, but I wouldn't say it's absolutely perfect, but we're just gonna roll with it today. I'm gonna go ahead and do my other cut crease. Okay, and then at the end, and I'm sorry if you can hear a chainsaw in the background of this. Somebody is, I guess, cutting down some tree limbs or something, and it's like they'll take breaks. So I've been trying to film in between the breaks, so if you hear that, I apologize. I know it's annoying, but I'll take a picture again at the end, and I'll zoom in so you guys can see this. I love my face in this picture, just to see if when I look down, if it's even. And I know that this eye could probably be a little more rounded on top, and maybe I'll fix that. I think that is this eye. So, you know, that's kind of what you have to do. You just kind of have to like take those photos and look at it, because it's hard to just tell when you're looking in the camera, or just like looking at it, you know, straight on. Okay, I think that's pretty good with the concealer. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put the shade on top of there that I'm using. And with this crease color and everything, you could really use this as a base for just about any color in this palette, really, that you wanted to use for your lid shade. But today I'm going in with Big Sky, which is this really pretty mint green color. I used this on my lid yesterday with these warm sunset colors, and it looked gorgeous together. Like, it created a really pretty contrast. So I'm just gonna apply that first with my Wet n Wild concealer brush. You want something really precise, you know, so you can get on top of the concealer where you want it. And I do find with this shimmer, it is better if you use MAC Fix Plus with it. So I'm just gonna pack a lot of that color here on this brush, on my Wet n Wild concealer brush. tap off a little bit of the excess of it. And then I'm going to mist my brush with MAC Fix Plus, if I can find it. I'm not quite sure where my MAC Fix Plus is right now, so I'm just going to use my Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. I'm not sure where I put my MAC Fix Plus, but any setting spray will work. So I'm just going to mist my brush, and then going to go ahead and put this on top of the concealer. Okay, now I'm going in with my Sigma E60 large shader, and I'm getting Big Sky on this brush. Tapping off the excess. I'm gonna mist the brush a little bit with my setting spray. I feel like I totally missed the brush. And I'm just gonna pat that on the lid. Just really packing that shade on. I really apologize for all the noises outside. I feel like it's just out of control today. So hopefully it's not too loud in the video. I'm probably gonna put music on top of this so it won't be as bad, but. And then you don't have to necessarily worry about this over here too much, because I'm gonna put another shade over there in the outer V. So. Now in the outer V, I'm gonna flip this brush over, and I'm gonna get some more of Hellride on that brush. And if you need to, you can wipe this brush off to get that Big Sky off of there so it doesn't mix up over there. And then I'm gonna pat Hellride right here next to Big Sky. And kind of on top of it, this is just gonna be the outer V color. And I know it looks kind of a hot mess right now, but when we go to clean the edge up, it'll all make sense. And then I am gonna go in with just the slightest amount of Guilt Trip, which is that pretty purple right here in the middle. And I'm just putting that on my small Wet n Wild concealer brush. And I'm gonna go in between those two shades, Hellride and Big Sky, and just blend those two with that color, because it's like Hellride and Big Sky kind of make a purple color when you mix the two together. So this looks really pretty in between the two. I'm blending out the outer V with Hellride, Punk, which is this brown, and Good As Gone. Like, I'm just mixing those three together and just blending this outer V. And I know it's getting all over the place, but we are gonna clean this up here in a minute and it's gonna make sense. I'm also blending it here on the lower lash line too. I just don't really want a line over here. So if you do have a line, just go in with some brushes and just kind of lightly blend, try to get that blended out. Okay, I do want up in here to be a little darker, but I definitely don't want to blend out that cut crease. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Hellride and a little bit of Baja. I think that's how you pronounce it. And I'm just gonna kind of blend right there because I want this to be a little darker in through there. Okay. Now we're gonna clean all this mess up down here with a makeup remover wipe. So I kind of take it in bit by bit so I can figure out how far in I wanna take it. And this eyeshadow palette, it does have some fallout with it. So I would definitely recommend to do your eyeshadow first with this palette and then do your foundation. I mean, I do really like the shades in here. They are really pretty and everything, but I would definitely recommend, because I feel like this has more fallout than a lot of other Urban Decay palettes for some reason. I will list down below my foundation, concealer, and setting powders that I used on my face. So if you're curious about what I used, like I said, I'll have that link down below. Now we're gonna go ahead and finish out the eyes. I'm going to put this color here on my waterline. This was also part of this Born to Run collection. I mean, I'm pretty sure this 24/7 Glide On pencil from Urban Decay is in their permanent collection. This is in Overdrive, and it's a really beautiful green. So I'm just gonna put this, like I said, here on my waterline. And I'm just gonna take it all the way in. And it really complements the green on the top part of the lid. Like, it helps kind of tie it in together. Then the last step to the eyes before we do the inner corner is the mascara. And I'm gonna use a mix of my Lancome Monsieur Big and the Maybelline Lash Sensational. So I'm just gonna do several coats of the Monsieur Big and then just go through it with my Maybelline Lash Sensational. But I'm just gonna dot a little bit of this right there. So just whatever concealer you're using. And then I'm gonna go in with this little brush. Of course they're gonna start the chainsaw back up again. And just blend this out. For my inner corner highlight, I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy palette. And I'm gonna get a little bit of that. It's not really a palette, I guess it's just a highlight. I don't know why I said palette. And I'm gonna get some of that on that same brush and pop that here in the inner corner. Bronzing with my Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer and Take It to Brazil. And I'm just using my Real Techniques powder brush. And get my hair out of the way. But you guys will have to let me know what other which of the other colors you want me to use in that Urban Decay Born to Run palette, or what other looks you'd like to see. I know I had several of you guys comment on that picture on Instagram and ask that I do do a video 3 in 1, 3 different looks with that palette in one video, but I just don't know how to go about doing that video because I feel like that video would be so long, because you guys know that I do like talk throughs and kind of in-depth tutorials. So if I did a video like that, it's probably going to be more of like a voiceover type of video. So you'll have to let me know if that would be okay to do a voiceover, to do like 3 different looks with that palette, with the Born to Run palette. Because I have a feeling if I try to do talk throughs, I definitely couldn't do this part. It would just be the eyeshadow. And the video would probably be at least 30-40 minutes long. So you'll just have to let me know what you would prefer. So I'm just gonna bronze up my neck and my jawline a little bit. And then for my contour, I'm going in with my L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronze It. And I'm using my Morphe M437. I feel like this part of my routine is so redundant. You guys know what I do for this part if you watch my tutorials a lot or my get ready with me's. I have so many errands I need to run today, and this week we're working overtime at my job, so I just had yesterday, which was Josh's birthday, so I didn't really have, you know, much of the day to do stuff, you know, do errands and stuff like that, because, you know, we were hanging out, it was his birthday and stuff. So yeah, I'm trying to fit everything in today because tomorrow I gotta go back to work. So next I'm going in with my Wet n Wild Color Icon, blush in Rose Champagne. So just any type of natural blush is best with this, since, you know, you've got so much, or since I've got so much going on with the eyeshadow. So if you do this look, just more of a natural color blush would be best. And I'm just using my Sigma F70, no, F40. I don't know why, but I can never remember the name of this brush. And then for my highlight, I'm going in with that same highlight that I used in the inner corner, the Anastasia Amrezy highlight. And first I'm gonna try to apply with this Real Techniques contour. First I'm gonna apply with this Real Techniques contour brush. I'm gonna see how this goes, because I have been applying this highlight mostly with like a dampened sponge, but we're gonna see how this works first. Because I find that a dampened sponge tends to look better with that highlight, or at least go kind of back over it with a damp sponge. Yeah, I don't know, I just like a damp sponge better with it. It makes it look less chunky and more just like a wet highlight on the skin. If you don't have this highlight, and I'm not for sure if Anastasia still sells it, you could use the Pixie by Petra. I think it's called Subtle Sunrise. The gold in that one is very comparable to this highlight. I may have like done a too intense of a highlight, but can you really do too intense of a highlight? Especially when your eyeshadow is this intense. I'm just gonna kind of replicate what I did on the other side. And then I'm just gonna put, whoop, I was getting ready to say, I'm just gonna put a little bit on my nose. Well, no, I'm gonna put a lot. I thought Salem might have jumped up on the bed back there, but he didn't. I know you guys like it when they get on the bed back there. I think they're just chilling in the living room. Maybe I'll have to add a little clip at the end of this to show you Pepper and Salem. Okay. And if you feel like you've got things a little too heavy, just go back and just blend it out a little bit. Sometimes I'll even go back with a little bit more of my blush, like my blush brush, just kind of go on top of it, because it'll kind of add a little bit of your blush back and help to blend that out. Okay, then for the lips, get my hair back. I just blow dried my hair yesterday and didn't curl it under, so it's kind of just straight today, more like a straighter style. And this is second day hair with my hair. I've really been loving this haircut. I love it short like this. I think it's so cute. For the lips, I'm going in with like my favorite lipstick of the moment, or I guess I should say liquid lipstick of the moment. This is the CoverGirl Queen Collection Major Shade in Cakewalk. Every time I wear this lipstick, like, and I post a picture on Instagram, you guys are asking me what lipstick I have on, and it's this one. So I love this color so much. It's such a good nude. And then once that dries down, I do like to put a lip gloss over top of it. And I've either been using this Lancome lip gloss in, I think it's Opalescent. Yeah. Opalescent, which is a really pretty color. Or I've been using my Soap & Glory Sexy Mother Pucker in Bare Enough. Either one of those two with it looks really pretty. But today I'm going to use the Lancome one just because I haven't used this yet on camera. And it has like a really pretty like pink duochrome to it. And I totally forgot. I meant to use these. Grande Lips, they sent me several different like lip products to try out. This is their Hydra Plump Lip Primer. And I thought that this would be really good. Sorry about the cars. I thought that this would be a really good product to use underneath liquid lipsticks, because it is more of like a matte, and it feels really nice. So I think this would be really good under liquid lipstick. So I definitely want to try this out soon. And then they sent me the Grande Stay and Put lip liner. This is like an invisible lip liner. And they sent me 2 of their liquid lipsticks, Hydro Plump liquid lipsticks. This one, which it doesn't have the shade on the lipstick, but it's a really pretty pinky mauve. And then they sent me this really pretty like nude metallic color, which I'll have to use this soon. This would also be really pretty, I feel like, with this eye look. It'd be something different and out there. Maybe I'll put a little bit of this over top so we can see what it looks like. Yeah, it's a really pretty metallic. I'll have to put the names of the shades down below in the description box, but they have a really nice like minty feel to them. And you can get the Grande lips at Sephora now. I guess you've always been able to get them at Sephora, but I think these shades here, they're new to their collection. So I'll link everything down below for you guys, and I'll definitely have to use these, dropping everything. I'll definitely have to use these soon, like in other tutorials, so you can see what they look like on by themselves. I hope that you guys did enjoy this tutorial using the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. If you did enjoy this, please give this video a thumbs up so I know to keep doing my tutorials for you guys. And you'll have to let me know, like I said, down in the description box, what look you'd like to see done with this next, like what colors you'd like to see. I'll just show an up close shot so you can see like the names of all the colors, and you can let me know like what colors you'd like to see next. Please don't forget to subscribe, and also if you are subscribed, make sure that the notifications are on so you will know as soon as I post a new video. I hope that you guys have a great day, a great week, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.